Yo, what's up everyone and welcome back to another Borderlands 3 video. Do you want some free V-Bucks?
Yes.
Well, you're screwed because this isn't a Fortnite channel and we don't do any giveaways, so. Anyways, today I bring you guys an Amara Corrosive build.
Corrosion!
Now, before I get started with anything and everything about the skill tree, I want to give a huge shout out to Benny Solo because I think he's the first one to make a video about this kind of build. So link will be in the description, and let me explain real quick. The reason why I even decided to try and do a corrosion build is because I was watching Morning After Kill streaming on Twitch, and he actually got this to drop, Flesh Melter artifact. And I don't know why it just caught my eye when he said this one is so bad. So I was like, damn, such a bad artifact. Is it really that bad? Well, answer is yes, it's pretty bad. But if you're going to be running a corrosion build like I'm doing right now, then it's not too bad. I went ahead and got into my character because I have a character that holds a lot of artifacts that I just find. So he happened to have one of these, Flesh Melter Victory Rush, which is actually very good. The Victory Rush variant is always very good on any artifact. Basically, when you kill a badass, you get 18% movement speed and damage for 60 seconds. So this is very good. And Flesh Melter actually increases your corrosive damage whenever you kill an enemy with corrosive. So you can see you get 25% every time you kill them, and you get 5 stacks. So you can do a total of 125% more corrosion damage with this. I don't have very good perks right here. I mean, I guess action skill cooldown rate is pretty good, but these not really. So I decided to make a corrosion build where I just adding to elemental damage and stuff like that. But I noticed that I was having a lot of trouble in like Mayhem 3 Slaughter Shaft. Enemies were dying too slowly and stuff like that. So I decided to, do some YouTube searching, see if anyone else had done this. Because I assume by looking at this, someone had done it. So I just looked up Flesh Melter Corrosive build or something. And that's how I found Benny Solo's video. And he was actually destroying Slaughter Shaft Mayhem 3 with neutral modifiers. One thing I cannot do no matter what I do in my skill tree, and reason is because he had anointed weapons with corrosion damage that said this: on action skill and the next 2 magazines will have 50% additional bonus corrosion damage. So huge shout out to him. If you don't have that, you can still try Slaughter Shaft, you can still do it, it's just going to be a lot tougher. But for other things, just for general mobbing, this build is actually very viable. And let me go ahead and get into the skill tree. So you want to put 4 points into do harm, because we're going to be using ties that bind. And the damage shared to other enemies, you can see it links damage of 35% of damage dealt. This actually stacks with that, so this is very helpful. Do harm with ties that bind is incredible. You want to put 1 point into violent tapestry just to get down here. You want to put 4 points into alacrity. This is going to substantially increase your reload speed. You get 1.6% per stack. After using your action skill, you get 2% per stack. So you're actually going to have 25 rush stacks in total. So your reload speed is going to be very, very fast. Then you want to put 3 points into transcend. This is going to increase your critical hit damage. And since you're using ties that bind, targets are going to be held in place. So it's going to be very easy to get those critical hits. You want to put 5 points into Restless. With this build, you're going to want to have your action skill up most of the time, so this is going to help you. You want to put 1 point into Ascendant. This is going to increase your action skill augments, make them better. And if you use ties that bind or Soul Sap, if you want to use Soul Sap for that health, that actually it's very good. You get a lot of health back. But if you want to use Stillness of Mind to do crowd control, go ahead and pick that. That's what I like to use. Then you want to put 3 points into Wrath to increase your weapon damage. 3 points into Laid Bare to, once again, increase your weapon damage. And you want to put 2 points in From Rest to increase your fire rate and charge time. If you don't use charge weapons and your weapons have a pretty good fire rate, I would put the points down here into Awakening, but that's completely up to you. And then I like to put 1 point into Avatar. This is going to increase my damage overall because it's going to give me 10 bonus rush stacks. This is going to help alacrity. And it's also going to work very well with the Phaser class mod, which gives you 3% weapon damage for every rush stack that is activated. And then you want to go to the red tree and you want to get 5 points into Anima. This is just going to give you longer status effects and they're going to do more damage. You want to put 2 points into Infusion. Now, why only 2 points? Because this is going to convert some of that corrosion damage into incendiary damage, which we're going to be using. You don't want too much of that damage to be converted, because then you're going to be missing out on those bonuses that you have down here. As you can see, damaging enemy with corrosion increases your corrosive damage. So you're just going to be missing out on that if you just max this out. So you just want to put 2 points, and you want to put 5 points into Tempest to increase your elemental damage by 30%, and then 1 point into Dread. Then you want to get down here, so you need to spend 2 more points, and I just like to put them wherever. It's completely up to you. I'm just going to put them here. Then 1 point into Deep Well, 3 points into Indiscriminate. This is going to give you a ricochet chance, so you're just going to be doing more damage. And then you want to get down here. You need 1 more point to unlock, so let's go ahead and put 1 point there, and then 1 point into Sustainment, because this is just going to help you stay alive. It's 4% of damage dealt. If you need more points here for whatever reason, if Slaughter Shaft you're not staying alive with just 1 point, you can go ahead and get rid of one of the points over here. Maybe take one from here, or wherever, and you can put 2 points on Sustainment if you like. So anyways, that is the whole skill tree. If you have any questions, make sure to let me know down in the comments. So now let's go ahead and go to my weapons. And I have a Defrauding Crossroad, all of them corrosion by the way. I have a Crossroad, a Cutsman, a Linoge. The Linoge is very good. The only thing is when you bring it out, it is a COV weapon, so you have to turn on the engine, and it gets kind of annoying sometimes, but once you get it going, it's actually a very, very good weapon. Then I like to take a Lyuda. I actually have a Terrified Anointment. Nice. Anyways, Corrosive Lyuda is... You know, the Lyuda is just too good. You can't pass it. Then I like to take a Transformer. This is just going to make me resistance to shock damage. You don't need this. I just really like to use it. I don't know. That's just me. This is my favorite shield. Then you want to take a Phaserker. This is a must have. This is just going to increase your damage by such a large margin. Also have 31% SMG damage. I'm using 2 SMGs, so this is going to be very good. And 24% weapon magazine size. So I'm not going to be reloading as much. So definitely make sure you take this. And of course, a Flesh Melter. Any variant is good, but Victory Rush is almost a must for Slaughter Shaft if you even want to have a chance. And to really destroy Slaughter Shaft, again, you're going to need the Anointment that gives you extra corrosion damage, which I don't have. For a grenade, I just like to take the Hex. It's completely up to you. Whatever grenade you want that works for you should be fine. But anyways, guys, if you guys find this video helpful in any way, shape, or form, and found it entertaining, please help me out by hitting that like button. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. That's going to be it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.